take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians. Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
why do you panic?
The way you, Papa, you know, Papa, what you used to fan charcoal.
Right.
You've seen it before.
Right.
When you fan it, then the charcoal bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
You fan government's charcoal to it's bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
I enjoy it.
Johnny, first and foremost, let me take this opportunity because I've been seeing you for quite some time. You are doing very good job for the mother Ghana. Remain undaunted.
This is our society,
right?
And it will take me and you to do it. That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite
every day.
Thank you very much.
And I is devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnny can give you.
No.
You no get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying. That the pressure Johnny and his people, the pressure they can give you, you no get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Kareem to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. And as we get ready to wrap up, may Allah himself accept our fast and our prayers. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Hashtag Johnny's Bite. Tag them. Let them know that we are back. It's a cold, very cold Thursday morning. And if you're driving on the streets this morning, I entreat you to be very, very careful. If you're out there on some business, make sure you get some warm clothing because it's really, really cold out there. Now, it always brings to mind the conversations we have when the rainy season is just about setting in. I'm sure you've heard many city authorities and many assembly authorities talking about how we're going to prevent the floods. You don't prevent the floods when the floods are imminent. You prevent the floods way before the floods decide to come or way before the floods are due to appear. But in our part of the world, it appears that we are only interested in a knee-jerk approach. When the floods are about to happen, we quickly tell people that we are doing this and we are doing that, and we want to do this and want to do that. And then by the time the flood has ended or the rainy season is gone, then we go back to sleep and wait for the next period. That's all we do. We wait for the rains to start, and then we start telling the people what to do. So, for example, I've heard that if you live in a low-lying area, move. Move and go where? Move and go where? If I live in a low-lying area and I have legitimately bought my plot and built my house, and at the time I built my house, the assembly came to check, and all of them came to test the soil, and okay that place was good, and somebody else has built on the waterway, and for which reason my house now gets flooded, and my house has become a low-lying area, you are telling me to move from where I live to another place, but you are not providing alternative arrangement for me to move to. Whose house am I going to? Whose house am I going to? That's the question. That's the first question I'm asking. So yes, you find at this time assemblies trying to construct drains, assemblies trying to dig out silt from the drains. It's okay. What was the assembly doing in January, in February, in March? What was the assembly doing in December, November, October? What were they doing? And you see, it hurts because each time it happens, most of those people who are supposed to be taking the decisions that affect you like this, like what some people have experienced, will not affect them. I passed through the Nkrumah Circle, and I was considerably happy that the water levels were not as what we're used to. However, there's a patch in front of the bus terminal. I think the VIP bus terminal. Yes, that's it. There's a water patch in front of the VIP bus terminal that needs attention. Why water is settling there, I don't know. But if it's settling there, that's the problem. So yes, we are asking people to move to higher grounds. Which higher ground? Where are our evacuation centers as a country, a responsible country, a country that has signed on to all the treaties and bilateral pacts and agreements, a country that says we have a social protection ministry? Where are our evacuation centers? And you see, nobody in this country can put up a building without the permission of the assembly. Nobody. Recently, there's an assembly at Blekuma North that put up a structure themselves at the wrong place, and they are being asked to demolish it. So nobody is above the law. Why is it that people are able to build structures in waterways? People are able to have the access to even sometimes choke gutters so they can construct their buildings over them, and we watch them. Only for people to come complaining when the rain sets in, and then we say, oh, we are going to demolish them. And then you find them wearing their jackets, their neon jackets, have policemen following them, and they are moving like Rambo going to demolish something. Why do we do that to ourselves? Why can we not have a standard where all year through we are ensuring that we are getting these things done? The citizens are there. We expect the citizens to behave in a certain rational way. But that is why the authorities are also there to guide the citizens and to punish those who refuse to play by the rules. When it rains and people's homes get flooded, their properties get destroyed, people are hurt, people die, it breaks my heart that simple things like that. When it rains in Israel, it's a blessing to them. When it rains in Israel, they harvest, they use it for all manner of things. It rains in Israel, they are happy. It's a blessing. It rains in Ghana. It rains in Ghana, and everybody has their heart in their mouth. It rains small in Ghana, everybody has their heart in their mouth. And you ask yourself, why? Meanwhile, we have a social protection policy. We decided to have a ministry for sanitation. Prior to that, we had a ministry for local government. Every local government ministry department in this country has a works officer, a department of works. We have inspectors. The rigorous process that sometimes you go through just to get a building permit will tell you, oh, this place is too slopey, is that. So when you finish all the assessment and you have given me the permit, and now somebody is building on a waterway that will affect all of us. One person's ignorance or one person's what do you call it? I don't want to use the word stupidity. Forgive me. But one person's south idea and decision affects more than 40, 50 houses, and we are watching. Why do we do that? And yet we say, oh, we care about human rights, we care about social protection, but here we are. Another case in point, months ago, I told you about 19 boys. 19 boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 boys who were sodomized by their teacher at the Kopi JHS. Now, if you don't understand what sodomy means, I don't mean that you don't understand, but I just want to get the real picture. He had carnal knowledge with them through their backsides. 19 students. He had carnal knowledge with them through their backsides. 19 students. That's their social studies teacher, who is supposed to be teaching them common sense, how to live right, who is supposed to be teaching them how to obey the law, who is supposed to be teaching them how to live right in society and relate well with others. 19 of them, on record, he admitted that he had sex through the backside of the 19 boys. Along the line, 18 of them went and agreed to do the lab test. Only one didn't go and do the lab test. So now the figure we're working with is 18. We were told of how the accused person, the matter is still before court, but I'm just giving you the facts of the matter and telling you how months on, we have not dealt with the matter. And I'm imagining if it had been just one girl whose social studies teacher had raped or sodomized or defiled. One girl. 19 boys. A minister for gender, children, and social protection is not at post. Honorable Abra Cecilia Abra Dapa is a post. Auntie, good morning to you. I know that I remember that the last time after I spoke about 3-4 times about it, then a statement was written because I'd even asked how the boys were being given psychological care. 19 boys. What is done now is that it's affected enrollment in that school. It has affected enrollment so much that people take their children out to Salaga. People now don't want their children to stay in those schools. And for a long time, most of those children who were sodomized were not coming to school because their friends were teasing them. 19 boys. All the human rights groups in this country are quiet. 19 boys were sodomized. Their teacher went behind their backs to have sex with them. 19 boys. Think about it if it were your son. Now, as we speak, we are told that the Attorney General's Department said that the lawyer handling the case for the victims will have to be changed. I said, wow, really? Have to be changed from who to what? If the person has to be changed, why has it not been changed yet? And why is the case dragging? This is a case where the person has admitted that I did it. Well, we're told he came for psychiatric assessment because I asked for psychiatric help for the children. It took time before we did it. And up until now, the education ministry that posted the teacher to the school, the GES that posted the teacher to the school, has not said a word about the 19 Kupi SHS boys. Dr. Yaduchuk, good morning to you. Reverend John Nintifojo, good morning to you. Kwesi Kranting, good morning to you. Professor Pukwa Makwa, good morning to you. 19 boys. 19 of them. You have broken their confidence. You have broken their true men. 19 boys. And you know what the pain is? The pain is that these 19 boys narrated the ordeal painfully. How their social studies teacher lured all of them and had carnal knowledge with them. And as a country, it is affecting morale in the Kupi JHS school. People are taking their children to Salaga, and people are taking their children to the private schools. That's what is affecting. It will affect the confidence of the boys forever if we don't properly handle it. Teachers of the school have been speaking. They lamented the situation. They're talking about it. Assemblyman is talking. The chiefs are talking. Everybody says, focus, fast track this case so that it brings some finality and closure to the matter. But no. Now the accused, we're told, came for psychiatric, assessment. And he came with his family alone. So the police did not accompany him. Nobody from the Aegis department accompanied him. The family of the persons who have been also sodomized, the teacher who had sex with them through their backs, had not also joined them. So it was me going to have an assessment on my own. Of course, any reasonable person will ask questions. Why was there no witness? But 19 boys. I just want you to know that in our country, perhaps our Ministry for Gender, Children and Social Protection seems to be an extension of a women's fellowship group, a girls' guide group. Because if you're a man and you have a problem, because these are boys who will become men, 19 of them sodomized by their teacher. A PTA chairman of the school, Balin Kofi, has revealed that the school enrollment has declined since the incident. The PTA chairman, he spoke. He spoke to us, he said the enrollment has declined, and he blamed the situation on the lack of commitment by the Ghana Education Service and the Gender Ministry. And I say that the Education Service has not breathed a word about it. At least I can talk about the Gender Minister's statement and talk about the fact that the children were promised that they were going to be giving psychological help. What about the Ghana Education Service that posted the teacher there? What about the Ghana Education Service that supervises the teacher through the circuit, the headmaster, whatever district, whatever it is? What about the Ghana Education Service that pays the teacher? What about the Ghana Education Service that does assessment on teaching and learning? What about the Ghana Education Service that ensures that teaching and lesson notes are in class? What about the Ghana Education Service that assesses the teacher and promotes or demotes? What about the Ghana Education Service? That's the question I'm asking this morning. And I'm asking this because it's been more than, it won't be 5-6 months. 19 boys who, I am just imagining one girl. But that's how we are. That's how hypocritical we are as a country. That's how hypocritical we are as a country in Ghana. It could be your son next. It could be your brother. It could be your nephew. It could be your cousin. 19 of them. 19 boys. Danny, pull up the Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta's video in Parliament, not in Parliament, one of the town hall meetings, explaining to us after he had read on the 17th of November 2021 that the electronic transactions levy, e-levy as we have come to know it, was going to affect all electronic transactions, foreign remittances and all of that. Later at the town hall meetings, when people had raised red flags, asked them to reduce, the quantum of the monies that will be deducted when you make a transaction, and we brought it to 1.5. We started town hall meetings. We said we're going to do 16 town hall meetings. We only did 6. The 10 has not been done. We rushed to Parliament to pass the law. President quickly assented to it. We set a day for implementation as the 1st of May. Today is the 28th of April. Yeah? So in maybe 2-3 days, we're going to, 2-3 days, yes, we're going to have it done. The question I'm asking this morning is there contradiction? And really, are we being told the truth about this e-levy that we are told will solve all our problems as soon as it comes? Here is the finance minister. Listen to him.
Today, the e-levy would impact mobile money transfers between accounts on the same electronic money issue, EMIs, mobile money transfers from an account on one EMI to a recipient on another EMI, transfers from bank accounts to mobile money accounts, transfers from mobile money accounts to bank accounts, and bank transfers on a digital platform application which originate from a bank account belonging to an individual to another individual. I emphasize that e-levy will not impact cumulative transfers of Ghana cedis 100 per day made by the same person, transfers between accounts owned by the same person, transfer for the payment of taxes, fees, and charges on the Ghana.gov platform, electronic clearing of checks, specified merchant payments, i.e. payments to commercial establishment registered with GRA for income tax and VAT purposes, and transfers between principal, master agent, and agent's account.
And you see that cool PGHS story was brought to us by Christopher Amwako, a correspondent in the Savannah regions. But you heard the minister talk about exemptions. And he pulled this, well, it's here. So yesterday, a friend of mine got this notice. Wednesday, 27 April 2022, a bank sent it to him, a bank in Ghana. It says, dear, of course, we have to clean the name. We wish to notify you that the e-levy charge takes effect from Sunday, May 1, 2022. Kindly note that the levy applies to electronic money transfers, including wallet to wallet, which we were told has been excluded. Wallet to wallet. What that means is that I have my money on my, say, MTN mobile account. I am transferring it to my Airtel Tigo. But we're told it will not affect it. And bank to wallet transactions. So my salary is paid from my company to my bank account. I decide to pull it to my mobile money account to make it easier for me. But we were told it will not affect it. Kindly visit, that's the bank, to learn more. Thank you. So question I'm asking this morning, as you have asked us to brace ourselves for e-levy and the fact that it will solve agric farmers' problems, it will solve fertilizer problems, e-levy will solve electricity problems so that our lights will not go off unannounced anymore as it's been doing these days. E-levy will solve all our education problems. E-levy will pay people what they are owed as by way of road contractors' fees. E-levy will solve everything. That's literally what you are telling us. Now you told us when we asked questions that the e-levy was not going to affect wallet to wallet and those bank transactions. If I'm pulling money from my Momo onto my account, it will not affect it. How is it that a bank is sending it to me 3 days away from the implementation of the e-levy? What are you hiding, GRA? What are you hiding, Finance Minister? What are you hiding, Mr. Government? Tell the children the truth. You cannot say one thing and be seen to be doing another thing, and then be seen to be trying to win hope and trust. It doesn't work like that. You cannot tell untruth to win trust. You cannot be unplain to win trust. Please, This is clear evidence. And for those of you who have received the text messages, you know, wallet to wallet, bank account to wallet, we are told that it will not attract charges from e-levy. But as it stands now, if this is true and this is what it is, and I've seen the text message myself and confirmed with other people, maybe we are in trouble. So please come clear again, and if there's a direction you have to give to the banks, and streamline this properly, because the e-levy conversation is too cumbersome and is too confusing. Back then, we knew pa as a movement that helped us to sort ourselves out. But now, pa is when you are losing resources instead of getting some. Good morning.